And up next is, I would like to invite the next speaker. It was European Quantum Industry Consortium was already mentioned also by Professor Calarco. And we invited today Executive Director of this consortium, Dr. Thierry Botter. And Thierry Botter returns now to Quantum Summit. Last year he also participated in his role as a Deputy Chief of Airbus Central Research and Technology. And last summer, he was appointed as the first executive director of QuIC, and he will give us insights about the goals and perspectives of this consortium. Welcome, Thierry.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for having me this afternoon. It's great to be back at this venue. This afternoon, I'd like to take a few minutes to talk about QuIC, the European Quantum Industry Consortium, a new grouping of industry, pan-European, really aimed at ensuring that Europe is successful in leading this transition to industry and commercialization of quantum technologies. Let me begin by drawing on some of the points that Tommaso himself already mentioned, but from a different light. What are some of the key characteristics that makes Europe unique and a fertile ground for the development of a quantum industry? Europe, as we know, has a long and decorated history in quantum research. This has been promoted through a wide network of top-notch universities, world-leading research organizations. That has also led to very skilled and qualified workforce in quantum specifically, but also a lot of neighboring essential technologies that are fueling the development of this sector. There's a broad and knowledgeable skill base here in Europe that has created a reliable industrial ecosystem in which this quantum market can take off from. There's a strong and committed government support today. We heard about it already from the previous presentation. And then finally, we in Europe have a number of key organizations in satellite areas that are essential to the growth of any sector in any industries, standardization being one of those examples, intellectual property as another. And so as we think about all of these characteristics, we think about grouping them. It is in consolidating these ingredients that QuIC was spawned with the desire and the aim to make sure that here in Europe, our companies, our SMEs, our industry can really achieve global success. A few words about QuIC itself. So as I said, on the basis of these key ingredients, many of the key European stakeholders, large companies, SMEs, investors themselves came together and founded what is the European Quantum Industry Consortium, with the aim of it being the primary voice for the European quantum industry. The aim is simple. It's to ensure that Europe across its surface can be competitive globally. And QuIC tries to do this by bringing together these many different actors to work together collaboratively on core topics that are essential for that competitiveness on the global scale. A little bit about our history. QuIC remains relatively young. It was founded just over a year ago, beginning of 2021, at the heart, or rather at the depths of the pandemic, but still with the very important and strong desire to grow quickly and to have an impact on the world stage. From the original 14 founding members, things developed quite quickly. Within a period of about 6 months, we grew from 14 to more than 120 early members. And we also had the basics, the foundations for the association, the nomination of the governing board, the executive team, myself joining the organization. And as we started last fall, we really put together the core elements that are today underpinning and defining our association. The work groups where this collaborative work is taking place, our visibility through websites, social media, and also more and more now participating in events like today's event hosted by BigCom, very important for us, so that we can project and share what industry is up to and how we are looking to strengthen Europe's ambition in commercializing quantum technologies. First results have already come in. We have internally some studies that look at the current state of the market today. Importantly, we have our members from across Europe and across a different set of industries working together to define what are the strategic elements, the key milestones they see between now and 2030 as the sector develops. This is extremely powerful to inform how this government support, which is there and genuine, can best be implemented in order to support this industry. So what's the picture like today? Here is the composition of our association as we speak. I'm proud to say that we've now passed the cap of 150 members. We have 154, split according to the distribution you see here. Unsurprisingly, the workhorse, the core of our association are SMEs. These are the companies that carry much of the new ideas and new technologies that are being formed, but they're not alone. They are supported by a cast of large companies, some of whom are themselves developing novel quantum solutions, some others looking to really be present in a first row in order to be able to leverage this technology as it comes to light, as it comes to be, in order to give them a competitive edge in their own sector. We also have, importantly within our association, the research segment, academics, RTOs, and other associations, which bring an important and valuable ingredient, which is the next generation of ideas, of solutions, what are today in the lab and tomorrow can start to be present in our industrial members' organization. We're there to also facilitate the handshake between both of those groups. So how do these 154 members map themselves on the European map? You can see a picture of this here. Germany is today our most represented country with 36 different members. Four others, however, do stand out for having more than 10 members, so double-digit numbers of members. Spain, France, the Netherlands, and as well Switzerland and the United Kingdom. But with a representation in this, I'm very proud to say, that goes east to west from Turkey all the way to Ireland and north to south, the Nordic countries, Sweden, Norway, and Finland, all the way down to Portugal, Italy, and Greece. And I think this really speaks to the impact and the span that QuIC has been able to amass over its still very short lifetime. So what are our main activities? Where do we draw most of our emphasis? This one slide gives you an idea of the types of topics that we are working on today. There's a lot happening in each one of them. I won't have time, unfortunately, to dig through each and every one of them. I do, however, want to bring up a few in particular. On the left-hand side, you see topics that we consider to be common to the different quantum pillars and are therefore being approached collectively. They span topics such as intellectual property, being able to support European actors in ensuring that patenting that is happening today, one, safeguards all of Europe's creation in this new space that is quantum technologies, and also is able to help our SMEs protect those assets in order to remain competitive internationally. Standardization. The technology is still very young today, but as it grows, there will be an agreement as to how those technology blocks should look like, what are the characteristics. It's important for Europe to be present early in order that the developments that are happening here are recognized globally. Education, making sure that the next generation of engineers and contributors to the space are ready, and many more. So finally, to close off my presentation and to go one step beyond the work groups, I'd like to share with you a little bit where QuIC sits today, not only here in Europe, but also on the international stage. The organization was established with a desire to be a handshake between both universes. On the one side, connecting with the many different quantum ecosystems that are present here in Europe. I share a few examples here on the left side of the screen, QTAC in Germany, for instance, the UK Industry Association that really recently took form, Le Lab Quantique based in France. And on the other side, to be able to draw handshakes with similar industry organizations present in other parts of the world, QEDC in the United States, QSTAR in Japan, QuIC in Canada. I'm pleased to say that the four of us have started a first activity together, sort of taking a next step forward in trying to bring our different communities together, like-minded in our ambitions to have a very competitive, but also regulated, law-based industrial ecosystem worldwide that is supporting the development of these new technologies. I'll be happy to go into more details when we take to the round table. And of course, I encourage all of you who would like to know more, please visit us. You can find our website here in the upper right-hand corner. Thank you.